Inspector General of Police bans FSARS from patrols checkpoints. The Inspector General of Police has banned the operatives of the Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad FSARS and other tactical squads of the force, including the Special Tactical Squad, Intelligence Response Team (IRT), Anti-Cultism Squad, and other tactical squads operating at the federal, zonal, and command levels from carrying out routine patrols and other conventional low-risk duties, stop and search duties, checkpoints, mounting of roadblocks, traffic checks, etc. A directive contained in a statement signed by the Force Public Relations Officer DCP Frank Umba on Sunday said the ban takes immediate effect. The ban is coming following the online protest by Nigerians, including prominent politicians, against the increasing menace and harassment by some SARS operatives targeted against members of the public. The statement reads in part, in addition, no personnel of the force is authorized to embark on patrols or tactical assignments in Mufti. They must always appear in their police uniforms or approved tactical gear. The IGP's directives come against the backdrop of findings by the leadership of the force that a few personnel of the tactical squads hide under these guise to perpetrate all forms of illegality, contrary to the standard operating procedure, code of conduct, and rules of engagement establishing the squads. Specifically, the IGP has warned the tactical squads against the invasion of the privacy of citizens, particularly through indiscriminate and unauthorized search of mobile phones, laptops, and other smart devices. They are to concentrate and respond only to cases of armed robbery, kidnapping, and other violent crimes when the need arises. Now, the IGP notes that the FSARS and other police tactical squads remain a critical component of the force in confronting prevailing and emerging violent crimes in the country. However, the IGP condemns every act of unprofessionalism, abuse of human rights, and high-handedness by some personnel of the squads. He has therefore ordered the X-Squad and monitoring units to embark on immediate and massive nationwide monitoring of activities of tactical squads and other police officers on the road. They are to ensure prompt arrest, investigation, and prosecution of all erring police officers who violate these directives and other extant regulations of the force. The IGP equally warned that henceforth the Commissioner of Police in charge of FSARS, Commissioners of Police in charge of state commands and the Federal Capital Territory, as well as their supervisory zonal assistant inspectors general of police, will be held liable for any misconduct within their area of responsibility. He therefore charged them to ensure effective supervision and monitoring of the personnel of the tactical squads under their jurisdiction. End of quote. Now, since this statement hit social media yesterday, there's been several reactions from politicians, well-meaning Nigerians, even celebrities are not left out. You know, Davido had a say. Naira Marley, that you would expect to be on the side of the populace, was actually on the side of the police this time around. But we'll get to that in a bit. But then, for the longest of time, there's been this online clamor to end SARS. Finally, the IGP has banned them from what has become some sort of embarrassment to some Nigerians, checkpoints, patrols, and what have you. How do you react to this story, Chief of Force?
Of course, like I said, I think I started my opening remark this morning or this afternoon with that. I feel that is a good development. Obviously, this is not the first time some of this tactical squad has been banned by the hierarchy of the police. I hope this time around, because a man in government, the second in command, that is the second citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Vice President, having lent his voice to the call. I sincerely hope really that at the end of the day we will have a cause to smile. Like I said, the important statement he made in that release is that the bosses, the commander of this of this squad, from the CP to the AIG, will be held liable for the misconduct of these officers if they found to be continue to unleash terror to Nigerians. For me, I feel these tactical squads are very important. They were actually formed for a reason. I think when you arm talks during politics and after political electionary campaign, and you don't call back those arms, they begin to use it for another thing. And I think that is the result of this. They lack proper, how would I put it, proper monitoring, so to say, by their superiors. Yeah, I saw a video on the Twitter. These guys went to somewhere in Ondo State, a house in Ondo State. They were just doing all kind of things. These houses were just occupied by women, and I didn't see the reason why they could subject those women at the early hours of the morning to such horror. And I feel that police should be your friend. I always feel that police should be your friend. And again, I've been to France, I have been to Italy, I've been to Ethiopia, I've also gone to Gambia, and these places I hardly see police people on the road. Like in France, in Nice that I went to, I asked a friend, I said, where's police station? They pointed to a building for me, and I couldn't see.
That looked ordinary.
And I couldn't see a single police officer on the street, in the building. Look, I didn't know, I didn't understand why and how, where did we begin to see the kind of police that we have today. I didn't know, I don't understand, because a policeman ordinarily shouldn't be carrying gun on the street in the afternoon. It is unheard of. How do you do that? How? Why would you seal with AK-47 loaded in the afternoon in a place like Ikeja under bridge, where people, bodies and bodies everywhere, and you see a policeman hanging his gun on his shoulder? And how do you do that? At what point did we get to that? Is this place become so bad that the armed robbers are walking on the street in the broad daylight? Is that what it is?
Okay, gentlemen, I have to cut in at this point because it's time for us to hook up with the news studios for news at the top of the hour. When we come back, we continue on this FSARS story. Also, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has, in strong terms, condemned how SARS operatives has been behaving in recent times. After the news break. Banning FSARS from all routine patrols and checkpoints, and I've also read out part of the statement that was released yesterday evening, and it takes immediate effect. Now, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, actually came out on social media yesterday to actually lend his voice to the issue of FSARS and all of their ills in the society. And according to him, he said he's been concerned and sometimes angry that SARS operatives arrest and kill young men. Wondering why the security operatives will run such operations without their uniforms, Osinbajo urged the police to stick to their mandate. He wrote on Instagram, and I quote, "The harassment of young Nigerians by some police officers is completely unacceptable, unlawful, and illegal. The government and the police must and will ensure that every one of those allegations is properly investigated and those found responsible prosecuted." End of quote. All right, Mazi, let me hear your take on this this SARS issue.
Yeah, when I had it yesterday and this morning, all the radio stations carried the same information. A particular station took time to call in the PRO of Lagos State. I listened to him, and I was opportune to be in a particular radio station some couple of years ago when Frank Mba was called. In fact, we took time to call him, and I made bold to tell him that talk is cheap. I don't spare anybody when I want to say the right thing, the truth. I told him that talk is cheap. As we speak now, go to the road. How many times has this circular been passed? How many times will SARS be banned? They are still there. I came back from the east last month. I was able, not only here, in other radio stations and TV stations, I've been able to mention the checkpoint from Ore to East, especially Bini bypass. Bini bypass. It's just like, in fact, from Ore to Bini, it's like there's something going on. It's like we're in a war zone. Less than a meter, you see a police checkpoint, less than a meter check from there till Omaya, till anywhere and things like that. Now, SARS, it's only when one finger touches oil, it affects the rest of the fingers. There are good eggs in SARS, there are bad ones. I think the bad ones have overshadowed the good ones. It's a good development that the Vice President was the person talking, and the IGP has also said it. But let us see, my dear, let us see the workability. That's why I started by saying talk is cheap. Let us see the implementation. Let us see that now, from this week, we will not see SARS on the road. Let us see that they will not be mufti in a bus. Let us see that they will not use keke marwa. Let us see that we will not see them right on a car with gun. Let us see them where they will be disciplined, will be friendly, public friendly. We want a society where we have police that are friendly to human beings. We see that not in Nigeria. But unfortunately, we begin to ask ourselves, what has happened in those days when you sight a policeman, you run away? I remember when I was in the bank, I remember very well, the military, when we want to go and pay the soldiers, you hardly see them. Their barracks very, very far, very, very far. But you see them now, you cannot make distinction between soldiers and the ordinary civilians. And you begin to ask yourself, what has happened? You see soldiers mixing up on the streets, in the market. What is the purpose of the Amami market there? Why is the police everywhere? Police is being used as debt collectors. Police are being used for land, whatever. A big man has how many policemen to guide him? Why we have duties where they're supposed to be posted? If we are able to have a decent society where things work, police will be able to be checkmated. But police supposed to. Have you gone to the police station? Have you as a person, has any policeman stopped you on the road and greets you politely? Good afternoon, ma. How was your night? Where are you going? Please, ma, can we have your particulars? They can't. They was park there, bring out the particulars. Very rude, very rude. So we need to have a reformed police force. I don't know whether it is because of the force added that is making them. We need to remove that force and make them police friendly. They are not police friendly. And these people, was it not about a few months ago we had the kill young boy there? What about, was it not here again? We heard that they killed some boys that went to watch some football matches. It has been ordered. We run away from the armed robbers. We are running away from the kidnappers. We are running away from hoodlums. We are running away from other herdsmen or whatever. We are running away from those who are supposed to protect us.
Okay, Mazi.
Who protects us?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. But I do want to ask a question, because you brought on the issue of the presence of a lot of police officers, especially when you're traveling. We know we still have the issue of insecurity we're dealing with and all. And usually some of this kidnapping takes place, you know, when you are traveling on those routes and all of that. Now, if we're all clamoring for the police to be removed from all these roads, I would have thought that the presence of the police will bring some sort of assurance. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That, okay, it's safe to pass this road. But if we're all saying remove all of them from the checkpoint, then who do we blame? If at the end of the day, there's nobody to protect you from kidnapping on those routes as well. I need an answer for that.
Let me quickly respond to that.
Quickly, sir.
Fine. I don't know whether you have traveled along
by road, not in a long time. No.
You need to go.
No, I don't need to.
Experience is the best teacher.
I do not need to.
You see a police checkpoint here. You see a military checkpoint there. What are they doing? There has been a position, somebody the station.
Are you trying to say that we shouldn't see any
I'm not
police on the road at all?
I'm not clamoring for the complete removal of the police checkpoints.
Okay.
It should have a human face. It should have a human face. You see police checkpoint, you see the military checkpoints, military, soldiers, you see the customs, you see the local government, everywhere. Everywhere. If you doubt me, those of you watching, I want you to contradict me, whether what I'm saying is wrong or not. We need to have a friendly police force that will treat you as a human being. There are good human beings in the police force. There are bad ones. And the bad ones are the ones I'm addressing to that they should be removed. If not that the Vice President of the Federal Republic came out and said, we don't need these things. It is bad. How many times has it been said?
Okay, let me hear Chief of Officer at this point, quickly.
I think, like I said, Mazi has spoken extensively. I think we need to reform police force, not just SARS and other tactical squads. We need police that will be able to strike fear in criminals' mind when they are approaching. We need a police that convey assurance for innocence.
Where do you strike that balance? Where do you strike that balance?
I am coming. I'm giving you two sides now. Police, because a friendly police will approach an innocent. When an innocent approach police checkpoints, he have reassurance that he's covered. And when you have a very serious and
a criminal-minded person,
well-trained police force, when criminals are approaching, they begin to shiver.
Okay.
It strikes fear. And the police that we have today does not strike fear. It doesn't strike fear in the mind of the criminal because the police treat the innocent the same way they treat the supposed criminal. So at that point, the criminal already know themselves that when they get there, this is the action of the police. So you just have to remain calm. Do you understand? So I feel that at this point, what we need to do is, because the issue of training and retraining is one thing that shouldn't be removed from the vocabularies of police. It should be something that is continuum. And I keep wondering, whenever our police go out for foreign mission, they always come back with accolades. They always come back with honors. And I'm asking myself, why is that so? Why is that when we go out for foreign mission, we come back with honors? When we are operating within, we are a lot. We attract causes, we attract blame, we attract unsavory adjective, so to say. So what do we need to do? I think the problem is from the top to the bottom. It's not just from the rank and file. It is the senior officers of the police are not giving the rank and file the moral standing to operate. I feel that at this point, what we need to do is a complete serious purge in this police. There are a lot of people, including the IGP. Is not enough to just say that ban SARS. When somebody is taken to the police, do you know how it's being treated? It should go down to that level. That level to the point that it's not just written on the wall that police is your friend. It's not enough. The word, like Mazi said, what is cheap or talk is cheap, I think is the same thing. What we need to do, it goes down from not just police to other facets of our social life. Seriously, it goes down to other facets of our social life. Talking about removing police on the road, I feel it is not, the Nigerian society is in the dire need of security. In fact, at times, when I bought a car, my wife would tell me, come back home on time, because when they see this car new, they will attack you. The same thing that happened in my former place in 2011, where around 10 o'clock, before 10 anyway, armed robber came to my house, pointed gun at me and took the car up to today. I went to what is it called, this police station in Agege, what is it called? There is a police station in Agege. No, Ileri. I went there, instead of them to do the investigation, they were using me to make money. I will buy fuel for police to go. I will give transport money for police to go and look for my car. They said they saw you somewhere else. Come and give us money. I will give money. These are the jobs that you're supposed to do. At some point, when the guy keep coming to my house, I say, it's okay, I don't need the car anymore. Because I can't continue to pay you, and the car I've not seen. There's no assurance that I'm going to see this car. Whenever you are patrolling, you stop up in my place and I'm around. My guy, we are still working on that your cow. I will bring 10,000. It doesn't make sense to me. So I think at this point we need to begin to.
We need a reform. That's what you're saying.
A serious reform,
okay.
not end SARS. I think I'm not giving a thumb up to some criminals. Criminals, I'm telling you that, look, at the end of the day, what we don't know is that, like somebody said, karma, when something happens, when you do something, something will happen to you. I don't give you, if we completely take off SARS on the road and everybody, you see the level of crime will go up. And I don't wish it happens.
Okay, gentlemen, our time is fast running. I need to quickly read some messages. 10 seconds, sir. Okay. 10 seconds.
I listened to former Inspector General of Police, Mark Ekuro. He said he formed SARS as a striking force when armed robbers were at the increase and it got down. But now other things have taken over. He said something. I was a victim of this thing. When my car was not stolen, was snatched from me, was taken away. I was driving in. I drove in to the compound. They came, this backyard, they hit me there and everything. And I had to call, my daughter had to call some of her friends and they began to use their central control post to them. When eventually somebody discovered it was abandoned somewhere and they called us and went there, I went to him, collected my spare car, carried it, and went to report to the police. I was the one who was following the scene. I was the one who was even carrying the police to the scene. I was the one who, and at the end of it, they said, okay, I should come and write a report that the police recovered my car. And the police is doing well. I said, I can't do that now. I didn't recover the car. So what we are saying, what God is saying, is fact. And when we come on a year, we say it as it is. So we need a reformed police force.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mazi, for saying that. All right, let's quickly read some messages. This one says, we are complaining of police not having a human face in dealing with masses, but they themselves are not being treated with human face by their orgas. Consider the kind of treatment given to them where they live in the barracks and the way their widows are treated. Thank you so much. I would have loved it if you included your name and where you texted from. Oh, wow, I closed that one. All right, Bola says, I am a teacher in Oshodi. I rejoice with all teachers in Nigeria and also thank Honorable Skibanj for the financial palliative to we private teachers in Oshodi. All right, thank you. Thank you,
Bola. Thank you very much.
Okay, this one says, good afternoon. Your program is very interesting. I remember Mazi yesterday and I smiled. Mazi is a traveler. Oh, I always enjoy his proverbs. Toby from Mushi. All right, Freeborn from Delta State is back. Says, what if I told you that this ban is a joke? What I see coming is a change of strategy by this SARS. We lost it when police rate money above security. There are bad spots on our highways, but madam, are you not surprised that checkpoints are usually before or after such spots? All right, this other one says, when we fail to take care of the police will use the road users to maintain their families. More so, their bosses require a daily or weekly returns from each of them and each station, and when they fail, the DPO will be removed. Likewise, the officers under him. All right, I had to paraphrase that. This other one says there's nothing bad in stationing police or any security officials in our roads, considering the security challenges in the country, but reforming them for a moral conduct is what some of us are clamoring for. Comrade Ogbanago Muhammad from Okoba sent this one. All right, so many messages. Good afternoon. I'm writing you from Edo State. I just saw this same FSARS right now, mountain roadblocks here in Mila Road, Ugbo Village Road. Oh my God.
No. Now that is a very good message. It's saying, it's giving us an eyewitness report.
Update.
An eyewitness report.
I told Frankenbach, go to Bini Bypass. I said, go there. Call the Commissioner of Police, Edo State. I told him. Because he was
all right. This is still an unfolding story, right? Okay, so the statement is out there. They've been banned from their routine patrols and checkpoints. That's what the statement says, the statement from the IGP and all. There is going to be a reform of the police force, all right, according to him. Well, the Inspector General of Police is trying to reaffirm his commitment to bequeathing to Nigerians a reformed police force that is accountable, responsible, and ever ready to defend and uphold the rights of the citizens while discharging its duties of keeping the people safe and secure. He enjoins the citizens not to allow the misconduct by a few personnel of the force to negatively impact on their belief, confidence, and trust in the police force. Also, one of the celebrities that has lent a strong voice to the call of End SARS is actually Naira Marley. We all know Naira Marley and the police never see eye to eye, but surprisingly, in this regard, he does have something to say in favor of SARS. He says there's a lot of SARS that have done their work. Not all police officers are bad.
Yes, sir.
He stated that many SARS operatives have done a lot for the country. You can't just say end SARS just because one or two SARS operatives messed up. That's what Naira Marley said in a video. Do we have 1 minute to quickly go check out that video? Very quickly, very quickly.
I'm just gonna talk my own opinion, like, you know, really deep down. Me personally, I don't think end SARS is the problem. It's not about end SARS. What are you talking about end SARS? If you end SARS, war, police, they're not gonna end police. Police is still going to shoot, or someone else with a gun is gonna shoot. That's not what it is. You need to stop the shooting. It's not about ending SARS, because, like, to be honest, there's a lot of SARS that actually done their work. Not all police are bad. They're not all bad. Some of them are actually good, you know. Some of them are good. Do you get me? There's some SARS.
Okay, sorry we couldn't take the entire video because of our time. And lastly, to cap it on the show this afternoon, Williams from Abuja says Mazi spoke excellently. Police will never stop you politely and greet you, always in an angry mood as if everyone is a criminal. I don't have respect for the police. I was stopped and asked for papers. I challenged him. It's not your responsibility. That responsibility goes to FRSC. That's what Williams said. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out this afternoon. We'll continue this conversation tomorrow, God willing. Thank you, Chief Godi, the Great of Ose. Thank you, sir, for your time. Thank you, Mazi.
My pleasure.
Thank you, viewers, for all of your messages, all right? Tomorrow, same time, God willing, let's do this again. Don't forget, the police is indeed your friend. Is indeed your friend. Let's be civil in how we also address a policeman on the street, all right? We'll see you tomorrow. Have yourself a good day.